Fatih Sultan Mehmed was born in 1432 in Edirne, which was the capital of the Ottoman Empire at that time. His father, Sultan Murad II, was the ruler of the empire, and his mother was Huma Hatun. From a young age, Mehmed showed great intelligence and curiosity. He was not like other children. He loved learning and asked many questions. His father noticed this and gave him the best education. Mehmed's teachers were some of the most knowledgeable scholars of their time. They taught him history, mathematics, science, and Islamic law. He also learned to speak several languages, including Arabic, Persian, Greek, Latin, and Italian. Mehmed was a very hard-working student. He spent hours studying books and practicing his lessons. Mehmed's education was not just about knowledge. He also trained to become a strong and brave warrior. His father wanted him to be ready to rule an empire and protect it from enemies. Mehmed learned how to use a sword, ride a horse, and lead an army. He practiced every day to improve his skills. Even though he was young, he showed great discipline and determination. When Mehmed was only 12 years old, his father decided to leave the throne and retire. Sultan Murad II wanted to live a quiet life away from politics. He said to Mehmed, "You will be the Sultan now." Mehmed was surprised and worried. He thought, "How can I rule such a big empire? I am just a child." But his father believed in him. As the new Sultan, Mehmed faced many challenges. Some people thought he was too young to rule. Enemies of the Ottoman Empire saw this as an opportunity to attack. Mehmed did his best to protect the empire, but the situation was very difficult. After a while, his father returned to the throne to help him. Sultan Murad II took charge again, and Mehmed stepped back. Although he was no longer the Sultan, Mehmed did not stop learning and preparing for the future. He said to himself, "One day, I will become Sultan again, and I will be ready." He continued his studies and trained even harder. He also started to dream about a great achievement, capturing Constantinople. Constantinople was a very important city. It was the capital of the Byzantine Empire and was located at the center of trade routes between Europe and Asia. Its strong walls had protected it for centuries. Many rulers had tried to capture the city but failed. Mehmed believed he could succeed. In 1451, when Mehmed was 19 years old, his father passed away. Mehmed became the Sultan for the second time. This time, he was ready. He immediately began planning to capture Constantinople. He knew it would not be easy, so he prepared carefully. First, Mehmed built a large fortress called Rumeli Hazari near the city. This fortress allowed his army to control the Bosphorus Strait and cut off supplies to Constantinople. Next, he worked with engineers to build powerful cannons. These cannons were designed to break the city's strong walls. One of the cannons was so big that it could fire huge stone balls weighing hundreds of kilograms. Mehmed gathered a large army of more than 80,000 soldiers and a fleet of ships. In 1453, his army surrounded Constantinople. The city's defenders were led by Emperor Constantine XI. They were outnumbered but fought bravely. The siege lasted for 53 days. Mehmed's cannons fired day and night, slowly weakening the walls. His soldiers also built tunnels to attack the city from below. Finally, on May 29, 1453, Mehmed's army broke through the walls and entered the city. Constantinople was conquered. Mehmet rode into the city on his horse as a victor. He went to the famous Hagia Sophia Church and prayed there, showing his gratitude to God. He declared that the church would be turned into a mosque. Mehmet renamed the city Istanbul and made it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. He worked hard to rebuild and improve the city. He built mosques, schools, markets, and public baths. He wanted Istanbul to be a center of culture, trade, and education. He invited people of different religions and cultures to live in the city, creating a diverse and vibrant community. Mehmet did not stop after capturing Constantinople. He continued to expand the empire, conquering many lands in Europe and Asia. He also strengthened the navy and built new ships. His achievements earned him the title Fatih, which means the conqueror. Despite being a great warrior, Mehmet was also a patron of the arts and sciences. He invited scholars, artists, and scientists from all over the world to his court. He believed that knowledge and culture were as important as military strength. He loved reading books and discussing philosophy, astronomy, and history. Mehmet ruled the Ottoman Empire for nearly 30 years. He was known for his intelligence, bravery, and fairness. He respected people of different religions and treated them with kindness. His leadership made the Ottoman Empire one of the most powerful states in the world. In 1481, Fatih Sultan Mehmet passed away at the age of 49. His death was a great loss for his people. They remembered him as a brilliant ruler who changed the course of history. Even today, he is celebrated as one of the greatest leaders of all time. His story is a reminder that with hard work, courage, and vision, anything is possible.